Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about building this T-slot accessory for the Polaris Bedrail. Provides a whole lot of flexibility, gives you slots on the outside, inside, and on the top. Allows you to mount stuff and move it around. Got all kinds of accessories you can get from all kinds of third parties with regards to mounting stuff and attaching stuff, strap rails, ball mounts for ball arms, etc. from ram mounts. In addition, of course, you can make other T-slot items like this rack here. But the real beauty of it is the infinite flexibility with being able to move forward and backwards and along the whole bed rail. You're no longer stuck with using the existing lock and ride holes to mount stuff. This bed rail only has 6 holes for the lock and ride mounts, so I was always stuck using one set or the other. This accessory rail is going to allow me to use the entire length of the bed and put things wherever I want them. Really great accessory. Let's get to building it. Okay, so let's show how we built this. This is aluminum T-slot. It's known as a 15 series, which means it's basically 1.5 inches square. It also comes in 1-inch square sizes as well. Comes plain aluminum like this, comes in anodized black. I've also seen it in powder coated yellow and powder coated red. Obviously you could paint it and make it whatever color you want it to. All kinds of parts. Of course, the parts typically are available in unanodized and anodized black. What we're showing on here also is my homemade grippers that I made. There's another video, I'll put the link in the description for that on how to make these. It's basically a 4-inch piece of stainless carriage bolt, stainless lock nut, 2 engine block expanders, rubber expanders, and a piece of PVC coupler in the middle with 4 stainless washers. They work great, work better than some of the other ones the grippers that go in the bed rails that I'd previously bought. Work a lot better. Also, the T-slot's available in different weights. This is what's known as the light. As you can see, it's got some holes in the extrusion to lighten the weight of it. It also comes in a standard, which has no holes and is just a solid. There's no cutouts in the extrusion. It's much heavier. For most of what I do, it's too heavy piece of aluminum. You might as well be using steel. And then it also comes available in an ultralight version, which has even more cutouts in the extrusion and weighs even less. For me, the light is a good trade-off between strength and weight. I also use the non-smooth side. This is available in a totally smooth side. It's available in 1 slot, 2 slots, 3 slots, 4 slots like this. However you want it. This is an example of the smooth side 1-inch. As you can see, it's really smooth. If you like that smooth look, by all means, try it. This is the 1-inch non-smooth. Pivots. We're going to show in a minute how we've done this with a pivot. This is an example of that. Pivot has some notches on here for locking into the slot, and then of course you tighten it down to actually completely lock it on there. Same thing with the black, same concept. It slides in and then snug it up and it's on there. As you can see how that locks on there. Some other things we've got. I took a standard piece of carriage, 1-inch carriage bolt, 5/16 with a $3 knob from your big box store. Fits in there perfect. It locks in that slot, so when you snug it up, it's on there. Move that wherever you wanted to, which is the beauty of the T-slot in general. Just anything you wanted to mount to it, where you mount it, or forward, aft, however you want to go with it, it works either way. This piece here, I measured the bed from the front to the back on the Polaris. This one is 38 inches long. I originally had it at 39.5 to cover the entire length of the bed from the front to the back. I then cut 1.5 inches off of that because I wanted to put this on the end. Instead of leaving this cut edge there, I wanted to be able to finish this up with something that wasn't going to snag me or cut me. I'm famous for finding any sharp edge I can and putting a hole in myself. So this will kind of just pretty it up and keep there from being any sharp edge on the end there. Of course, you could do the whole thing in a color or a black. All right, let's put it on. All right, so here we go. Couple things. You are going to need a socket with an extension. Of course, this is a 5/16 inch carriage bolt that's in here, so it's a 1/2 inch socket on the end. I'm going to come up from the bottom and tighten up, snug up those bolts. Again, I've got 3 grippers on here. You could probably get away with 2, one in the front and one in the back. Obviously, one's not going to work. 3 might be a little bit of overkill, but I put 3 on there anyway. 2 would probably work. I'm going in the 1st, the 4th, and the 6th hole. I left just a little bit of gap up here so that I could get more T-slots in and out and slide them on from here if I want to. Of course, if you lift the dump bed up, you have all the room in the world to do that with. So we're nice in there. It's really nice and snug down to the bed rail. Tighten these up. There she is, snug as can be. Of course, you can put this end piece on it, like I was talking about, to pretty it up, clean it up, keep it from snagging yourself on anything. Nice, gives it a nice smooth finish. All these little attachments, these are little like strap attachments. These pivots are really nice. This is what's known as a 0-degree pivot. This is a 90-degree pivot. Would allow you to put something this way. This is a mount which was from another rack that I had that used 2 specific holes. One of the beauties of this now is, whereas before I was stuck having to pick 2 holes to use, now I can put it wherever I want. Slide that where I wanted to put it and just snug it up there. I'm not stuck using a predetermined two hole locations in the bed rail. So that's just a lot of flexibility it adds to it. I'm going to show you real quick. I made a rack, and I'll go over that in another video on how to make it. I'm going to show you how that fits on here. is one of the 90-degree pivots. As you can see, this whole thing is made out of 80/20 as well. It's got the 1.5 and the 1 inch as well. Fits easy, goes on easy, goes on in. There's so much you could add to it. So much flexibility, because you can mount anything anywhere you want. And again, you've got the 3 slots on 3 sides here, so you can put stuff on the outside, mount it to the inside, mount it to the top. Lots of flexibilities. Thanks. Hey everybody, tune in next time. We're going to install these diamond plate floor panels over top of the existing plastic floor. My plastic floor's got cracks in it on the passenger side, so I went out and tried to find something that would be able to cover that up without having to replace the entire giant piece of plastic, which is tons of work and not to mention expensive from Polaris. This is the perfect thing for that. So tune in next time and we're going to install them. See you then.